Hey guys, my name is Sasha, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm showing you my June book haul. So in the month of June, I acquired 15 books. 3 of them were free and the rest were not. So I think I did alright, but I did go to the Lifeline Book Fest in Brisbane, and that's why this is a little bit longer than it should be. But oh well. So first I'm going to show you the books that I acquired before the book fest, and then the book fest books. So let's get into it. The first book I actually got from Simon & Schuster, and this is Rumblestar by Abby Elphinstone. This is a proof. This book doesn't come out to the 1st of July, but they asked me if I wanted to read and review it, and I'm like, heck yeah, I do. So here we go, and I loved it so much. You should all pick this book up when it comes out because it is a middle grade fantasy where they get portaled to another world and they have to save that world to save their world, and it was just so good. You should all read this book. But I'll stop talking about it because I'll talk more about it in my June wrap up. The next book I actually won in a giveaway that Jean from Happy Indulgence was doing on Bookstagram with Walker Books, and that was Ghosts of the Shadow Market. So it's the full bind up, and I have yet to read any of the stories because I could not find any of them online where I didn't have to pay an arm and a leg. So I'm so glad that I finally have the full bind up and the 2 extra stories that weren't online. And I was just so happy that I won this, because if you do follow me on Instagram, you'd see that I entered this giveaway so many times and I finally got it. I'm so excited. And the last book that I didn't spend any money on was Saga Volume 1. This was actually a gift from Brittany, which is so amazing. So if you watched my May wrap up, you would see that I did an unboxing where Britt actually sent me The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. She actually did send me this as well, but it came separately, and I cannot wait to pick this up because it's like a Romeo and Juliet set in space, and I'm so excited. The next book I got was Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. This I found on the Love Oz YA Facebook page because someone was selling it for $5. I said, why not? Because I've been looking at this for a while now. So this is a gender-bent King Arthur. How could you not want that? Like, this sounds so cool, and I cannot wait to pick it up. And just the aesthetic of this book, like how pretty is this cover? And then the back of it too is just gorgeous. Like, it reminds me of the novella books from the 3 Dark Crown series. But yeah, it's so gorgeous. It's so pretty. And the last book I acquired before Bookfest is Who's Afraid 2 by Maria Lewis. I found this at a secondhand bookstore in West End in Brisbane. So I've gone to Brisbane a couple times this month, but oh well, we'll just walk past that. But I went into the secondhand bookstore because my sister actually thought she saw one of the local artists that she follows, and she's like, I don't know if that is or not. And they went into the bookstore, so I'm like, we'll just go in the bookstore anyway because books. And I found this, finished Who's Afraid a couple months ago, which you would know, and I just really wanted to get into the sequel. And Maria Lewis actually just announced her 5th book is coming out soon, and it's about banshees, and I just cannot wait to read anything else that Maria Lewis writes. And these are all the books I got at the book fest. So I picked up A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens because I have never read this before, and they were talking about a Dickens festival in U. So that's mainly why I picked it up, but also like it was 50 cents. So yeah. If you don't know the story of A Christmas Carol, that is totally fine because I don't know either. The back doesn't really tell me much. So we'll just go into this together. I'm hoping to pick it up closer to Christmas so I can get into that Christmas spirit. The next book I found was Big Little Lies by Leanne Moriarty. I've just seen it everywhere, but I didn't really want to spend the $20 to pick it up because I'm cheap. So when I found it there for $4, I'm like, score! So, Big Little Lies, I don't really know much about it, but when I was talking about After the Party in my May wrap up, someone actually commented saying that this sounds a lot like Big Little Lies. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pick up Big Little Lies because I loved After the Party, and I just love my Australian novels. The next book I found was The Polar Bears Explorers Club by Alex Bell. I actually saw JD Ray Reid's rave about this book ages ago, and she actually made the polar-a-thon because of this book, I believe. So this is a middle grade polar fantasy, and I don't really want to know too much about it because I love going into books blind, but because I know JD Ray reads love this book, I know I'm going to love this book. And this cover is really pretty. I love my middle grade. I'm really getting into middle grade right now, and I'm loving it. So as you might know, I'm really getting into my mystery thriller books. So when I found How to Kill Your Husband and Other Household Hints by Kathy Lett, I just knew I had to pick it up. Not because I don't love my husband, but the main character gets accused of killing her husband while he was vacuuming. And she's like, he was vacuuming. I would not want to shoot him. I would want to make love to him. And I'm like, yeah, actually, if my man picks up a vacuum, like, let's just say things are going to go down. I'm just really excited to get into this. I don't know when I will, but it just seems really cool. And I thought it might be a good, like, little bribe to Cale as well if he was just annoying me a little bit. I could just leave this out and be like, and then maybe he'd pick up his act. But one more mystery thriller I picked up, Anatomy of a Scandal by Sarah Vaughan. This book I've been seeing, but I don't know much about it, but it looks really interesting. And yes, basically James is accused of a crime he didn't commit. His wife Sophie believes he is innocent, but then you've also got Kate, who is the prosecutor, who wants to charge James for this crime. And I just love it. It gave me The One That Got Away vibes, but I just know it probably won't be anything like that. But like, all mystery thrillers are the same, but they're not the same, you know? You know what I mean? I don't know what I mean. I also picked up Dragonborn by Toby Forward. This is the first book in the Flaxfield Quartet. And this book focuses on Sam, who is a wizard's apprentice to his master Flaxfield, but Flaxfield mysteriously dies, and these guys come to Flaxfield's place to try and look for something. So Sam has to run away and try and go on this adventure to try to clear his master's name. I'm really hoping there's dragons in this book because there was a couple other books that I saw that had the word dragon in the title. And when I was reading it, nothing. No dragons. Nowhere. And I'm like, what am I? So hopefully this has dragons in it. But it's pretty chunky. I'm not sure if it's a middle grade or if it's a young adult, because it doesn't look like an adult book. But oh well. I'm really excited to pick it up because I love my dragons. And the last 4 books I picked up at the Lifeline Book Fest was the last 4 books of the Percy Jackson and the Olympians series. So I'm hoping this is the first series, because I don't know anything about them. I have the first book. I got it at the other Lifeline Book Fest I went to, but I didn't want to start it because I knew if I did start it, I'd want to read it all in one go. So I picked up the other 4 books. So I've got the first 5 books in this series, and then we'll go from there, because I have never read it before, which is really sad. But like, I only really finished Harry Potter when I turned 20. So like, can you blame me? You probably could. Don't answer that. Anyway, so those are all the books that I picked up in the month of June. Let me know which ones you think I should read first, because there's some pretty good ones, actually. I'm really excited about this haul, and I cannot wait to get to every single one of them. Obviously, because why would I buy books that I don't want to get to? That's just weird. I was like that at the start of creating my Bookstagram 3 years ago, but if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Add me on Goodreads, Instagram, and Twitter. They're all at sashreads. I don't know what just happened there. I think I'm getting sick. Sorry, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.